Okay, next thing I do, shuffle everything down and then fill back up, so I've got 7 spots filled. You'll notice I've arranged these cards below to make a count of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to help me do that. Okay, now my offer's back filled. The next thing we do is we take our workers back, ready for the next round. And then we look at this track here, the Feasts and Demons. In round 1, we look at this one. Here are 2. We look at this one. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So this says we can either do nothing, gain 2 wood, or we can swap 1 gold and 3 wood for 7 victory points, 1 gold and 1 wood for 3 victory points. So I could just take the 2 wood and move on, but I'm not. I'm going to give 1 gold and 3 wood and gain my 7 victory points. That's what I was working towards. Okay, and we turn that face down. Every player would do this in a multiplayer game. So 3 wood I have, and 1 gold I have. Okay, and that gives me 7 victory points, which takes me up to 15. And we move into the second era now. So the first thing we do, turn over this card. Non-player champions move 2 spaces, 1, 2, 2 white arrows clockwise. So around they go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Next, he skills up in tactics on 1 spot on each of the 4 factions. So he gets 1, 2, 3, and then 1 more up here. Remember, this is just a race to the end. Then we lose the leftmost card, which is this corn building, wheat building. And then he gets 3 honour. We haven't got any honour yet. That's a 4. Gods do refresh, ready for the next era. I should have done that already. And now we look at production. Okay, I've got 1 building that gives 2 gold. These bits at the bottom, these just give you victory points at the end of the game. Right, 2 victory points or 2 domination for every resource I have left on my board. So that's pretty cool. But for maintenance phase, it's 1, 2, 2 gold. But I can only do this because I have a 1 here. I can use 1 building. If I had 2 buildings, I could still only use 1 of them. I'd have to choose which building I'd want to produce from. Okay, that's it. We're ready to go. There's a lovely looking warrior here. He gives assistance in battle. He gives berserker. I like the artwork on this guy. This is the Lewis Chessman. Some kind of Scottish warlord, perhaps. If I wanted to, I could turn him in and get a 4th action and 1 domination. Maybe that's a target for this game, although I do fancy this one still as well. Alright, maybe this one's just taken over in my preference. I really like the idea of upping my gold production using this god I've got. I need some stone production. There's no buildings here for stone because with gold and stone I get victory points, and if I could be using this every era, that's 15 victory points potentially, what remains. Not to be sniffed at when your target's 60. So yeah, I think stone production, I'm down on 0, so that's no good, is it? But that might be what my actions are this time. Unfortunately, to get bonuses on stone, you've got to be right at the end of this track. But there you go. And then at the end of this second era, we've got a demon to face, which is pay 1 gold or lose 5 points. And then I can trade in 1 of each type of troop for 8 victory points. So that's a really nice bonus to my victory points. So building up some troops, I'm down on 0 at the moment, might be a plan for this turn. Get some stone, build some troops, try and grab that middle territory, which means skilling up. Yeah, I've got a lot of work to do here. And it all comes down to whether I can do that or not, on which actions are available to us. And there's one more thing I need to do. I forgot to do at the end of the first era. Every time you resolve a feast and a demon, there's an icon right below. And what it says is, for this one, you can see that the second ring is highlighted. On this one, it's the outer ring and the penultimate ring. On this one here, it's the inner ring. what this says is the second ring needs to rotate twice anti-clockwise. Okay. So what I should have done, this is the inner ring, this is the second ring, this has got to go twice like this. 1, 2, 2 steps. Did I? Okay, now we're ready to go. So what do I need? I want discovery. So one of these might be good. I do want some stone. So this one would be good. And or I could go in here, I can go here, I can take 2 gold, I can take a building. If I went here, then took some food, I could then trade the food for some skills. So I'm going to be fighting actually here in these mountains, and the mountains are more likely to face, I'll need berserkers, and berserkers cost wood and iron. So I need wood and iron, so I need wood as well. So I could go here and get wood, food. That will get me down here. I could go warrior, wood. There's 4 wood over there. Analysing this wheel to figure out what your action should be is probably where, maybe at the beginning of the game, I mean I'm looking now and I can see 4 wood here, which is really nice, and there's a warrior here. I do need to skill up though. See, my god helps me because I can manipulate this volcano, which is really cool, and I can manipulate the actions. I really like that. I mean, there is another thing I can do. If I take this one, let's say, the warlord. Okay. The thing about warlords is they give you honour, right? This warlord, the Scottish fella, which we really like, it's going to cost me 2 gold. So let's say I take him. Remember, I've got to get more troops. I don't think I want to go to war, but I've got to get at least 2 troops. What this guy does, it costs me 2 gold, right? But he gives me 4. There's 4 crowns here. Or is it 2 crowns? It's 2 crowns here. He's going to give me 2 honour. And I'm going to push up this track. So 2 honour, 1, 2. In doing so, I've passed this threshold. And this threshold is a little reward of itself. I get 1 food, 1 wood, and 1 iron. 1 food, 1 wood, 1 iron. And now I could potentially use him. I could just toss him away now. He does give me a berserker, but it would give me a 4th action as well. So let's say I did that. Let's discard him, right? This is going to go over here on the bottom of this deck. Actually, I think he's out of the box, out of the game. Right, I've used him. He gives me 1 domination and a 4th action. 1 domination and a 4th action. So I could potentially grab another one here. Come right here, grab a building, grab lots of resources. I don't think I'm going to get all the way around there. For my next action, I can go into this sector or this sector. I was after wood here, but there's actually one down here, which is really cool. And so I could go to war, and I could grab wood. I don't want to go to war as it goes. But what I could do is grab some stone. Because what I'm thinking is I can't go here, because then I can't go here, but I can. I can grab some honour and 2 stone. That's 1 honour, 2 stone. Okay, so I could go in here. I'll take my 1 honour, because that's going to help me get near this next threshold. And I'll happily take my 2 stone. And then at the end of this action, I'm going to use this god here. Alright, so at the end of this turn, I'm going to use this ability here to rotate the volcano. So we'll exhaust him. We'll rotate the volcano on the spot that I'm currently on, 1 step to there. Now I can do this to take 4 wood. Grab it, put him down. 4 wood, please. Lovely, I'm up to 5 wood, lots of wood. Then for my next turn, I have my 4th action. I had it in my warlord to do that. It gives me my 4th action. And here I can grab 1 god and 1 warrior, I can actually grab 2 things. See, there's no slash in between, so it's 1 god and 1 warrior. So I want, warlord. I want this warlord. He's going to cost 2 gold. So that's my second warlord. 1, 2. That's alright, I've got a warlord back. And now I can also, and this guy gives me 3 honor. 1, 2, 3, 3 crowns. 3 honor. So that takes me from 3 to 6. Well, that's a shame. That gives me the 4th action. I can't spend it because I've already got it. But it does give me training in tactics and development here. So I'm going to push my tactics up again here because I can, and then development up here to the A spot. So now I can do discovery of the A island, the Arawan island. And now I can still take a god, so I got this one here, which lets me rotate 1 resource for 1 victory point. Or this one, 3 resources for 3 victory points. I think I prefer her. Let's take her. She's going to cost 1 resource, whichever one I choose. And she's my 3rd god as well. Let's pay in food. She gives me 3 domination. 1, 2, 3, so we're up to 19 now. A little bit disappointed here. These honor milestones only execute once, so that was a bit of a waste. I can't execute that again. Even if I lose honor and come back up, I can't execute that again. We're going to now face this demon. I'm going to lose 5 points because I can't pay his ticket. So I'm back down to 14. That was bad planning on my part. But what I don't know is it says also to give up a troop for 8 points. Can I sacrifice resources for troops at any point? So could I do 1 food, 1 wood now, gain 1 of those, 1 wood, 1 iron, gain 1 of those. Maybe you can't. The rulebook says you can recruit troops when you declare war. You can't just swap these at any time. If I could, I'd be able to do this now. Gain the 8 points from this, takes me to 22. Turn this one over, and we got rotation of the volcano. This time the outer ring goes this way. So, just 1 rotation. But as it goes, you recruit troops only when you declare war. Obviously we refresh. These are good, some nice lumber. This god lets you rotate once or twice. I like that. This one lets you gain an honor. A good way to push your honor up. It does look like my development now definitely needs some work up here. And that's it, we'll keep playing. We've got 4 more eras to push through. You can see they do speed up, obviously, if I'm not trying to explain the rules. And we're trying to hit that 60 points, which is up there somewhere. I think this moment between eras where you're trying to plan your actions around the volcano is where you can really get drawn into a little bit of analysis. But playing solo, it doesn't matter, right? That's the fun of it. You're trying to, once you've chosen what actions you're doing, the rest of the turn really is just playing it out. The battles are really neat. You know, this mechanism of trying to hit those troops, deciding which battles you want to fight, which ones you can afford to lose, and the temptation to overpay, overcommit and get those extra points is huge. There is a final battle at the end here, a last chance after completing the final era, a last chance to grab some extra lands and get those all important connected region points. So thanks for watching, see you next time.